And we are live. Oh man, it feels so good to be in front of the camera, be in front of the mic. What's going on? This is Moss Money here. I am the president. I am the CEO. I am him. And we're talking Sixers today. We're talking NBA playoffs. We're talking what can we bet right now. Not a lot of bets going on right now. We got the UFC was last night. Crazy is Izzy. I didn't even get a chance to bet. I've been away, yeah, man. I've been away on Jamaica. I've been on a trip. I was across down the Caribbean, but like I said, man, it feels so good to be back and get ready to get back into the saddle. I told you if y'all would have ran on that bet, y'all would have been out in Jamaica with me. Y'all would have ran on one with them bets. Y'all would have been out in Jamaica with me. I took a nice little spring break. Hey, it pays to win. It pays to win, baby. But we're talking NBA, we're talking Sixers. We're going to deep dive into the Sixers versus Nets matchup. Almost all the matchups are set. There's a couple playoff scenarios for the West teams today. I tried to get into those bets, but I couldn't because they don't have any of those guys sets. Everybody's out today. Like everybody's out today for NBA basketball. So you got to really dig deep. I did see one little trick that I'm going to let you guys know in on later today. So make sure you guys stick with me. But let's get into the poll question, and I think it opens up beautifully for our topic of today. Will the Sixers sweep the Nets in the first round of the 2023 playoffs? Agree or disagree? If you're in the chat, go ahead and drop it in there. Hit the agree, hit the disagree. Let me know why, right? We're going to look at the numbers in the betting to tell us what the betting is, but let's talk about philosophy. Let's talk about, what we're going to see with this kind of matchup. So, and if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Figured out some new all kind of algorithm shit. If you like the show, shit goes nice. Shit goes well. So go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, man. We in here. Good morning. Let's go. What's my take on it? So the Sixers are 8-4 against the Nets in the playoffs. I didn't get rid of that cough though. Didn't get rid of that motherfucking cough. The Sixers are historically 8-4 against the Nets in the playoffs. They faced them 3 times, one in the 70s. The second time was, I believe, I want to say in the 80s sometime. And then the last one that I saw was in 2019, and that was the Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler Embiid team, where they beat them 4-1. But the last 2 rounds, they've lost the first game, believe it or not, to the Nets, which is really interesting to me because that kind of goes into our question here. They've never swept in the 3 series. They haven't swept the Nets. Is this the year? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see what y'all talking about first. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see what y'all talking about first. Willie, what's up, Willie Vegas, man? Let's see what we got, Bubba. Let's talk about it. Parlay the Sixers and Philly straight up for on Friday, 120. Man, that's what I like to hear, man. Put more money making tickets in the goddamn chat. I want to see who's making money out here. Because if you making money, let me know because I like making money. And if I'm making money, we on the mic here to tell you how we doing it. So why not go ahead and give me some love back, man? I love it. First, disagree to the poll. We disagree to the poll. What you got? What you got, Pete? 4? I mean, so for obviously not 4. What you got in 6? Sixers and 6? Drop that in there too. Tell me what y'all thinking there. And we're gonna bring up the book and see what it looked like. Hope we get Warriors. Chris says, hope we get Warriors our Suns first round. Let's see. I don't know, man. Willie's on that. Willie, you got him in 5? We're gonna look at the lines real quick. You got him in 5? Let me know. Everybody's going Nets 1. Tommy likes Sixers and 5. Bubba's got we sweep the Nets. Okay. Keep them coming, baby. Nah, Tom, I don't got you. You got Michael. I was sick first. I had pneumonia first. Let's not get it twisted. All right, Sixers will take both at home, but Nets will get one at home. Okay. Okay. All right, let's bring it up. Let's bring up the book, man. I like what we're talking about here. Keep it coming, y'all. That's what I want to hear. Let's see what the numbers say. We're going to use our trusty dandy old tool, Mr. Sportsbook. Been doing well in DraftKings, so I'm gonna stick with DraftKings. And we'll look at some futures too already. My God, Joel Embiid is going to lock up that MVP, and I might be going to motherfucking Jamaica again because I told y'all to jump them. No, let me take that back. The video says to start watching now. When I had Joel Embiid plus 1,100, I said start watching now and start watching because that's going to change the way he's playing. He's now minus 1,000 to win the goddamn MVP. Hope you jumped on. I hope you jumped on. Because we going to be in Jamaica again, baby. Let's go. I love taking vacations on the sports book dime. Love it. Love it. All right, so these are the lines of today. I do have some bets here. The problem is that there's no players up yet. It's just Shake and I think McDaniel's up. So we'll take a look at what we can see right now. You got to stay in tune, though. You got to stay in tune. If you're not following A2D, you got to jump on the damn money, the damn money train. And you already know you got to follow Money Pot because I do daily bets every week, every day, except for last week. But you guys, you see me running it up, right? So if you're with it, you already know. All right, let's go into the playoff series here. So right now, of course, no bet here. The Sixers are minus 900 to win the series. But what we're more interested in the spread, the games, and some of the correct score. Now, the good thing about these ones, once the more series come out, we can parlay these. So, like, say you like the Sixers 4-1, hit that up. And say you think this next series is going to go maybe go 6, right? Cavs and 6. Boom. Two series parlay, 17-1 on your money, right? So I know there's a lot of you guys out there for my parlay bettors. Bet small, win big. We can play with this. Now, you can get a little funky with this as more of after today, how these series kind of match up because the play-ins are next week. So I believe the first play-in is on Tuesday and it'll be all week. And then the first playoff game is Saturday, as you can see, the 15th for, obviously right here because that's when the playoffs start. So maybe we'll put something together once the playoffs are in. The playoffs are all in and we'll figure it out. But right now, what do you guys think is the best bet here? Is it this 2-1? Now, don't get greedy. Excuse me. Don't get greedy here, right? Try not to get greedy with this betting, right? Do what makes sense, right? It's all plus money. It's all plus money. So I'm going to disagree. What's the 4-0? I'm going to disagree to the bowl because Brooklyn has some shooters and they have some good defensive players who can switch. Obviously, Nick Claxton ain't going to be able to deal with Embiid at all. I don't think that like he's had a couple okay games with Embiid, but Embiid was probably being lazy, didn't give a shit. Harden off long layoffs hasn't bounced back. He needs to be in a flow of a game. So I'm not sure what game one is going to look like. I'm already leaning Brooklyn game one in terms of the spread because I think the spread's going to be like +9, maybe +8, 8.5. Sixers at home makes a lot of sense. A lot of energy in that building. But I think that maybe if it gets to kind of more like +8.5, +9, I would lean Brooklyn here. They've in the regular season, the Sixers were 3-0 against them. Obviously, they have a game today, so they can sweep the whole regular season series. The first game was with Durant and Kyrie, and then second two games were the second game was with Kyrie, and the third game was with none of them. But interesting enough, the third game was the most competitive game, and that was with none of the stars. right? No Ben Simmons, no Kyrie, no Durant. It was with this team now. I think it was what was it? It's like 133 to something. It was a high scoring game. But you can see how the change of the Brooklyn's team has changed dramatically. More team ball, more switching in terms of playing defensively. So this Brooklyn team, we should beat them, obviously. Um, I forget what the numbers were with this season. I know people give Doc a lot of shit. Let me bring it up on my phone. I took a screenshot of it. I think Tommy had put something up too about what Brooklyn had did this year. Let me see if I'm sorry, what the Sixers had did this year. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. I think I followed some. It was on Twitter. I followed this guy. He had put it up. Let's see here. My bad, y'all. But looking at this chart, man, what do y'all think is the best bet? Well, I'll look at this real quick. There it is. Wow, it's coming up. All right, here are the numbers for the Sixers this year. Most wins since 01. That was the obviously Iverson NBA Finals run. Embiid, 2-time leading scorer, first center to do that since Bob McAdoo, I believe, who was the first center to do it, possibly. He averaged 33 and 1 points. James led the league in assists with 10.7. We hold opponents to the third fewest points per game, and then we led the NBA in 3-point percentage at almost 40%, 38 and 6. It's hard to argue with those numbers with Doc, right? We give Doc shit, right? But he puts us in a position. You have to be in position to be able to win these games. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty telling. Best season almost. You could argue this is the best season the Sixers had in 20 years, right? Like that's a statement. The best season the Sixers have had in the last 20 years. Isn't enough. We got to take it game by game, brick by brick. So we got to talk about the first series. We already know who's behind this series, right? We already know who's behind this series. So I'm going here. I think this Brooklyn team is going to be a little bit more battle tested and ready for us. Who knows what happens today? This game means nothing today. Wow. I'm torn. I don't think it's going to go 5. I think it's either going to be a sweep or 6. I think it's either going to be the Sixers are going to roll over them, or they're going to, Brooklyn's going to fight. But they don't have the MVP. They don't have MVP. You know what? Let's go. I'm taking the Sixers to sweep the motherfucking Nets. I'm taking the Sixers to sweep the Nets. I agree to the poll. The Sixers will sweep this series. It's going to be hard for Brooklyn to get a win. Like real hard. Let me see something. Let me see a stat real quick. I just thought about it. Let me see. Brooklyn. Let me see. Last time. No. That's not what I want. How many times has NBA team won in regular season, swept regular season, regular and playoff series? Who that comes up? Let me see. Swept regular season. See how. Nothing coming up too fast. I wonder what that is. Like, how many times has the NBA has a team won all the regular season games and the playoff series? I'd be interesting to see what that percentage is. It's hard to be a team four times in a row, but the Sixers are about to do it in the regular season. Give me the sweep, bro. I like the sweep, man. Disagree to the post. 76ers 5. 6 if Bridges wants revenge game. Do we really think Bridges wants a revenge game here? Like, are y'all really on that revenge? Like, I mean, we fucked up, right? Right? It didn't work out for us, but we fucked up. I don't know. I don't know about that revenge part of it all. I think we know about it, but I don't know if I would say it's a revenge game. Maybe. I'm not on that boat. You know, I mean, that's just me. Wonder if Embiid calls. Wonder if Embiid is MVP calls or what Perkins ain't gonna say shit, bro. He not gonna say shit. I mean, he's been clamoring for Embiid to be that Embiid's the best player in the NBA for some time now. So I think everybody's gonna congratulate him. Got Joel at plus 1,000, put 75 on it. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go. Let's go. Don, man, I missed you all week, man. What's good, bro? Sixers 4-1. What's up, Chris? Any idea where on Jaylen Brown's shooting hand he needed stitches? Nah. I know he had needed 5 stitches. I'm not sure. I don't think that. I don't think that stopped Boston. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got a future bet on Boston winning the whole fucking thing. I'm just gonna tell you. I put that shit in a while ago. So I don't know what to tell you. I think Boston wins the whole thing. You know, Sixers, hope so. And we'll take a look at that, but you know, we gotta get there first. We gotta get there first. I agree, man. Dominant in 6. Kenneth, what's up, bro? That's a new name, bro. I haven't seen you before, man. Thanks for joining. 76ers will win series in 6. Put that money up, plus 400. Plus 400. Let's go back to it. I'm going with the sweep, man. Give me a little bit, 2.5 to win on my money. I'll see if I can pair this with something else come next week, but I like the Sixers 4-0. It's going to be really tough for Brooklyn to get 2, right? Really tough for Brooklyn to get 2. I think you see I think you see the Embiid turning up even more. That's what the best players in the league have to do when you're the MVP. He knows this is the time. This is the year. They need to get through. They need to get through Brooklyn fast and get ready for Boston. All right, let's see what the series is. Not too much, obviously. The spread is really interesting. They got 2.5 games at minus 2.5, pretty much meaning you guys would like that 4-1. This is where this sits. Everybody who's 5 games and under has to sit here. If you like the other side, you can bet the spread too. The cool thing about these two, just like the other game, give you a little bit more protection on your money. You can let me take this off. You can parlay these too, which is nice. Right? You can parlay these too. So you can parlay the spread. If you know getting the correct number is tough. So in my opinion, I would parlay the spreads. And yeah, like some of these are going to be really high. You're going to have to parlay a lot of them to get the payout that you want. I really don't need a huge payout because I'm getting plus money. Anytime I can get plus money, that's where I want to sit. So, but parlays are made to bet small and win big. You see them all the time. I call them scratchy ticket parlays. You see all these crazy bets, things like that. It's going to be tough. But I don't want to drag this on too long. Let's look at some more bets. I think this is an interesting bet too. For those who think that the Nets are going to win one, the best time for the Nets to win one would be game 1, in my opinion. So this is an interesting bet to have Brooklyn Nets win game 1. Maybe the Sixers come out flat. Maybe Harden has a bad game. And then the Sixers to win the series plus 500. So that's a really, really interesting bet. Obviously, Sixers to win game one and win the series is your top bet of the day, or your most well, not your top bet of the day, but the most bet that makes the most sense with the odds. But plus 500 is interesting. In the playoff series, the last two series, Brooklyn has won game one. They've only faced them 3 times. The last two series, I'm telling you this right now, you can look it up yourself. The last two series, when the Sixers versus Brooklyn, Brooklyn has won game one. It's huge. That coach is telling them the statistics and the probability for you to win game one and win the series is very high. It's probably like in like 50 to 60%, 50 something, 60%. If you win game one, you typically win the series. So, just saying, it's not a bad bet. It's really not. Excuse me. It's not a bad bet. I don't know if I'm taking it, but it's not a bad bet at all. First round playoff betting preview. Just got to, I got to share my own shit, right? I'm sorry, you hear me talking? I want you guys to share my shit, and it's not just about you. I need to share my own shit too, right? Just makes sense. Appreciate everybody who has liked, shared, hit the subscribe button on all social media platforms, A2D, Money Pot. I appreciate you all. All right. So, betting right now, I'm locking in 76ers go 4-0. I'm going to parlay this more than likely with something else. I got to wait for the other series to come in, but I will put a little bit of money on it. Nothing crazy on this straight. Double up real quick here. Actually, 1.5x my money real quick here. So I'm gonna go here 4-0, and I can't. I would double dip here, and this is kind of like almost protecting the sweep, right? So it's not a bad bet if you take both. So if you go 4-0 for them to sweep, and you do this bet plus 500, so it'll be what? If you say you put a unit on it, and when we do units, we do units are $100. So you put a unit here. This is $100 to win plus 245. This is $100. This is $100 to win 500. So you're really risking 200 to win either 400 or 45 or $0. So that to me is actually a bad bet. Now that I think about it, I cannot protect myself with this bet. It would have to be higher odds because it's either 400, 45, or 0. Those are my 3 options here. I don't like that, and I have to win 200. So I'm really just doubling my money on the 200, which is the same here. Like, why wouldn't I just, if I feel good about the sweep, I should just do plus 200, right? Just put it all here, plus 200 to win, what's that, plus 485 almost? Take this off real quick. I'll put 2 units here. At 690, this means I'm getting my 200 back. So plus, it'd be really 200 to win 490, pretty much. And I get my initial investment. Keywords here, how I say investment here. So it's actually a bad bet. So we're going to lay off. We're going to lay off doubling up right here. It's a bad bet. Everybody see how I broke that down? Everybody get that? All right, let's go to the chat real quick. Don, how them baseball plays going? Hey, man, I went to Jamaica on them shits. Right? We fucked around and went to Jamaica. So they're going good, man. I got 2 plays for my baseball heads, so don't worry. I just want to do a little bit of Sixers talk. We're going to go to the game now. I'm going to transition to the game, and I'm going to give you 2 baseball bets today. We are even in the A2D radio kind of run up to a thousand. Actually, no, we're up $25. We were down, we went even, and then we're up 25. So running it up. The goal is to take $100 and to flip it to 1,000, just to show you how we get it done. How you got to stay in the game and stay patient and follow the keys and follow the trends of how we bet up on this market. All right. Appreciate you, man. Tell him. Don. You did now. Don is a switch hitter, right? Not in that way. Pause. I got you. My bad, Don. My bad. When I say that in terms of A2D and Money Pot, he fucks with A2D. He fucks with Money Pot. And when I'm telling you, and some of you are over there too, you check me out on Money Pot Podcast YouTube, you will see me running it up. I'm big on video receipts. There's a lot of people coming here and they talk about how they bet this and what they bet and then this. There are video receipts and paper receipts of me betting my bets. I'm not bullshitting y'all. I'm betting with y'all all day. It's what I do. So I just want you to know there's gurus out there talking about they got the best percentage and shit like that, but you don't see them betting shit. And then when you do, it's some crazy ass bet. And they did get all these likes and all this shit because everybody wants the scratchy ticket. You see how we build it brick by brick, baby. You see how we build it brick by brick. So stick with us. Appreciate it. Let me see. If the sweep student, Nick, I don't know, all that rest can always be a good thing. Get ready for Boston. That's true. Harden really hurts on that, Chris. When I see Harden has like a week rest, he comes back flat. You know what I mean? And that's a key. I want you guys to look at that. That's a key there. All right, let's go to the game today. See if they updated anything on this game, which I don't think they did. Let's see the player props. Yeah, it's just Shake and McDaniels. It's hard to bet this at anything right now. My Sixers guys, who's the top 8 coming off? Like, who's going to be the top 8 in this series? I just want to see something. We know the 5, right? Harden, Maxey, Harris, PJ, and Embiid. Who's your first off the bench? Milton? Right? Got to be Milton. Who's the other 3? George and Shake? Does McDaniels get burned? I mean, you traded for House for a reason. Korkmaz ain't doing shit. Paul Reed, maybe? I would say I trust Harrell over Paul. I need a dog out there. Not saying Paul's not, but we know what Montrez is. I mean, interesting how he does his rotation. Obviously, in his switches. But all right, let's go back to the bet. The one thing I did find when I saw that it was only Shake and McDaniels here, Shake does average. Shake as a starter averages 26 and I think like 4. So this is way under what Shake would average as a starter in his career. This is against Brooklyn too. He's averages. I'm sorry. This is a career starter. He's averaged 20, like I said, 27 and something. I forget what the other numbers were, but I would lean over Shake here in terms of his points. His assists are going to be high because he just came off a big assist game. I think he had like a career high 16, 17 assists. I don't think he gets that again. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. We'll see how this game is meaningless. So I would start looking like I was really looking for the youngin, what's his name, Springer, from Tennessee. That's who I was really looking for to see what they have on him, Jaden Springer. So I'm going to wait. We're going to have to wait till some of these numbers drop some more. But we'll see how we'll see what the lines come up. Nothing's up on NBA right now. That's why I had to go with the series. Nothing up in player props. Nothing up in terms of those picks right now. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see how this plays out. Like I said, keep following. I'll drop some plays. I'm on Twitter a lot with some plays when I see them live. So if you're not following me on Twitter on Money Pop Podcast, go ahead and follow me there. I can't stress it enough. I drop them everywhere, whether it be Instagram, whether it be A2D, whether it be Twitter. Like you just got to follow. It costs you nothing. Costs you nothing, right? To follow. We're giving out free bets. And like I said, if you're not a big better, if you don't want to follow blindly, see once I heat up, because I do go on heaters. Wait till I heat up. If I'm starting hitting on a consistent basis 2 or 3 days in a row, that's when you want to jump on. That's when you want to catch me when I'm getting hot. So as of right now, no bet on the game. And we'll look at some more player props when they drop, but we just gotta wait. And I think we don't know any numbers because we don't know who's playing and who's not playing. So once that gets a little bit closer, even though this game starts in damn near 2 hours, we'll see how that plays. For my baseball heads, I'm going to keep it in Philly. Definitely like the Phillies today. This line is way too high. Man, these lines are jumping fast. So you got to really dig deep. I'm a big hit parlay guy. I like doing like two player prop, 3 player prop parlays on hits. But today I'm doing team totals. I think it's a good day. I think Walker bounces back today. I do think the Phillies get the sweep today, protect home. They had a crazy nice comeback win yesterday. Or was that the day before? I think it was yesterday. With Stout with that run. Check it. People talk shit about Nick. Nick is affecting the game in different ways. Affecting the game in different ways, baby. So what I like today though is I like team total. I like the Phillies over their team total today. I'm going with 4.5. This lineup has done okay against what's the boy name? He hasn't been a starter against Connor Overton. Actually, no, they haven't seen Connor. I'm sorry. They haven't seen Connor Overton at all. Only Nick has. He has 1 strikeout, only 3 bad appearances. Well, 2 bad appearances, and Marsh has. But I think this lineup is going to do well. Connor historically hasn't been good against lefties. So look at Schwarber. I think Schwarber could obviously go deep today. So I would look at Schwarber today. What's his home run prop? Let's see what's his home run prop. It's probably like plus 300, plus 400, I bet. I bet you he's low. Shit, plus 180. God damn. What I just say? I just said Schwarber. I just said Schwarber for a home run. When do you see a home run, right, that's plus 180? What the fuck? Oh man, Schwarber plus 180? That's so low. See, it's because man, I do my research, man. And I can talk baseball a little bit. I'm not the echelon of guys, but I know how to read lines, I know how to read trends, and I know how to read statistics and probabilities. And he's not good against left-hand batters. Overton. He hasn't been historically good against left-handers. So that tees up Schwarber. Damn, plus 180 though? That's so low. Like, look at everybody else. Plus 550. Right? Plus 600. Plus 980. 700. And Schwarber's plus 1. He's got to be the lowest odds of the day to hit a homer. Has to be. Has to be. God damn. God damn, Schwarber. I like that bet too. I need a little bit more for a home run, though. I need a little bit more for a home run. All right, I'm getting stuck talking about it. So, but plus, I'm taking this bet right here. Where is it at? Over 4.5 runs. Give me the Phils. Take this other bet out of here. And then we're gonna go to our hated rivals. And people hate them all the time. The Mets. Again, another lineup that does well against Garrett. I'm going over their team total as well. They're sitting at 4.5 as well. At plus 105. If you want to parlay to both, get about 2.5 to your money. And with parlays like this, you don't have to spend how I spend. You don't have to bet how I bet. Like I usually do a unit, $100. But if you want to do a little bit slow, build up your bankroll a little bit, put 25 on there. That's not bad. $25 to give you almost $100 back. It's not bad. Build it up slow. It's okay. We don't have to win millions now, right? We don't have to win millions now. People forget, the greatest investors in the world, the Buffetts and all them, they just getting their billions now, right? They just became billionaires later in life. Don't let all the cap fool you, right? They put in 30, 40 years to get to where they're at now. I said it before, I say it again. Shit is not a sprint. Shit is a marathon. Consistency wins. But those are my two best bets for baseball MLB today. Over, and this will be going in the chat just to keep us honest. We will be doing two bets here. Over 4.5 total runs, over 4.5 on the Mets today. So just two bets so far. Home run. Like I said, the home runs are so hard to guess. I wouldn't recommend betting them, but we like to gamble. We definitely like to gamble. I'm going to go with Trout. I'm going to go with Trout. I believe that it's good I think Tom put this up too, and I think he's absolutely right. It's good for NBA, for the Major League Baseball, for your best players to be the best players. Like it's good for Trout, Mike Trout, to be. Look at this shit. How is Schwarber under him? It's insane. Schwarber's going to hit one today. He has to. It's plus 180. What the fuck? But just for show, because feeling good about this, I'm going to go Mike Trout over a home run, and I'm going back to Schwarber. Fuck it. I just can't ignore those odds. Like, it's just silly. You don't have to bet this. This is completely a gamble. So hard to call this. But I like it. 10-1, 20 when you $100, 210. I like it. This is I'm just reaching. I'm gonna throw $50 on this parlay, on this team two player home run parlay. I'm gonna put $50 on it to win $525. So that brings our grand total of $250 of investment today to win $250 to win what was that, minus I think plus 105. So that would be 630 minus 130, and then 700. So $250 to win 700 total on the day. The other two were my best bets. This is a gamble, but I like it. It's a gamble, but I like it. Eddie Ash. Let's switch up to basketball real quick before we get out of here. Who will be in the Western Conference Finals? Ooh. All right. This is the last look ahead of the day, man. I appreciate everybody's jumping on here, man. I hope you guys got some free game, got some good bets. And you don't have to like them all. Don't have to like them all. Let me you know what? It's better to look on my phone because I don't know what the matchups are. The Warriors have the Warriors have a real interesting matchup about how this ends today, because I think they control a lot. So let's just read down the seeds on the Western side, and then we'll get everybody here. Number 1 seed is Denver. Memphis is number 2. Sacramento is number 3. Phoenix is 4. Those are all top locked in. So this is where it gets interesting. The Clippers right now have the 5th seed. What's the homie's name? Who's on the Clippers that's hurt? PG. PG's out right now, so we'll see how that runs. I haven't been watching the Clippers. But if LA beats Phoenix today, LA can clinch the 5th seed and they'll face the Suns in the first round. I don't think LA wants to see Phoenix in the first round. The Clippers can finish 5th if Golden State and New Orleans all lose. Golden State faces Portland. They are not going to lose. Golden State's going to win today. So the Clippers can finish 6th with the Warriors win and the Pelicans loss. And then they'll finish 7th if they lose and the Warriors win and Pelicans win. So Clippers can go as high as the 5th seed and as low as the 7th seed. It's all about matchups, with this. So Golden State will get the top 6 seed with a win over Portland. So they'll face the Kings, which it's a good matchup. Definitely a good matchup. So the Lakers right now are in the 7th seed after beating Phoenix. They hold the tiebreaker over the Pelicans. They can move into the 6th seed and avoid the play-in, but the Lakers need help. They need to beat Utah, and then they need the Warriors to lose to the Trailblazers, which is not going to happen. So you can probably count for the Lakers to be in the 7th seed and have to do the play-in. So they'll probably get the play-in. They'll face the Pelicans, which they should win. The Pelicans win and the Clippers and Warriors lose. Like it just gets really convoluted. I'm not going to, because you're not going to follow me. So this is how I think it's going to go. I think the Clippers, I think the way it's set up, I think the Clippers stay. Because the Clippers, for them to clinch the 5th, I think they feel better going against Golden State than going. Nobody wants to face Phoenix right now. Nobody wants to face Phoenix. I'll tell you that right now. And the Lakers wants to stay at 7 because they might have a better matchup against the Grizzlies, even though they probably won't beat the Grizzlies. So coming out of the West, I go Phoenix. I think you get Phoenix. It'll probably be a rematch of Phoenix and not a rematch. It'll probably be Phoenix and Boston. Let's see if we can bet that. Can we bet that right now? No, we can't bet that. Or futures. There you go. Conference winners. Yeah. Phoenix makes sense. Dark horse, if I'm putting money on it, I'll put money on Memphis. Right. I would put money on Memphis right here. Makes sense. +6, 2nd seed. They're tested, right? They've been without not Durant, Ja, and they've still won. So the team's deep. They got maybe the defensive player of the year and Jackson. And we already know how dynamic and magnetizing Bane is. So I think if you're looking for a gamble, I would bet the Grizzlies here right now, a +650, which is still a decent bet to come out of the Western Conference. Eastern Conference, this probably should be switched, but they don't have the matchups that you could bet. But if I had to bet it right now, I would say Phoenix and Boston. Phoenix and Boston makes a lot of sense to me. That'd be a great matchup with Durant and Tatum. Like I said, I got Boston winning the whole thing. I mean, and they're second in odds, and I got them at like, excuse me, I got them at like 7 or 8 to 1 at one point. So I'm good. I feel good about my bet. Sixers are +900. I mean, they're right there. Because if they can beat Boston, you gotta like the Sixers to come out of the East. If they can beat Boston in the second round, you gotta like the Sixers to come out of the East. So we will see. We will see. So that's the show for today, everybody. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Thank you for sharing. If you have shared, thank you for liking the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like I said. This is what we do each and every week here, right on A2D. We look at bets, we break them down, and we give our best bet of the day. And we put our money where our mouth is. You have the video receipts. I am Moss Money. This is Money Pop Podcast. It's good to be back. See y'all later.